my name is Strader, and in this video I'm going to be talking about my project for reading and reflections. I have to pick 2 assignments that aligned with my student learning objectives and writing behaviors. For my first assignment, I picked my first reading journal annotations. My first reading journal was in week 3, and the title was Critical Thinking. A quick summary about the article Critical Thinking was that when I read, I need to use my critical thinking skills to dig deeper into the sentence and realize what the author's argument point was. And the reason why I mentioned this first article is that in class we just learned how to use annotations and practice it in the reading. Which annotations are when you highlight and make comments on the sentence that can really help you truly understand the article you're reading. Annotations really helped me a lot because when I would go from class to class during the breaks during those classes, I would read like a couple paragraphs and then I would have to go to class and then pick up afterwards. And during that, you can lose ideas or forget things. So it's better to annotate your readings so you don't lose those main ideas of those sentences or those main key ideas. Why I learned how to do annotations on the first reading is to help me practice a couple of my student objectives, which were visual communication skills, writing communication skills, personal responsibility, and critical thinking skills. It helped me reach all these skills because when I read and make annotations, it would help me be responsible to learn all the main ideas. And if I was slacking or if I didn't if I didn't understand the sentence, I could not make good annotations. So that's why it kept me responsible. And then it helped me with my written communication skills because when I made key points annotations, it would help me recall things to write in my journal so I could practice writing skills. And in my visual skills, annotations helped me with my critical thinking articles so I could better understand the main idea of the story. Some of the writing behaviors and practices that relate to Journal 1 and my reflections about annotations are the writing and reading process. Because when I read, I would stop and annotate so I can get every key point of the sentence. And for writing, I needed to do some annotations when I read so that I can remember what to write about in my journals. Also, I developed a set of strategies for analyzing expectations, best practice for writing tasks, and reading articles by using annotations. In conclusion, for my reading reflection on my first reading journal assignment is that when I learned an important skill that I now practice in every writing, which is annotations, because annotations help me understand the main idea of the article even better. Now, to my second reflection, which is source interrogating a corrections assignment week 6. On this assignment, we had to get into groups and practice citations in MLA format. The reason why the class had to practice these citations is that most of the class was citing in MLA format wrong. The teacher gave us a lesson about when we cite the author in our essays, we cannot misread the readers into thinking the author said something else. And we learned that when we end citations, I first need to use air quotes, and then you can put the parentheses, and then put the author's name and then the page number, and you can end the parentheses, and then put a period mark, and then you can continue your sentences. After I learned that, I reflected and realized that I had been citing a lot of authors wrong in all my past essays. Then after learning how to properly cite an author, I got to practicing group work, which was in the source interrogation corrections assignment, which was at week 6. After practicing how to cite and author, it helped me with my student learning objectives in this class, which are my written communication skills and even my teamwork. The assignment helped me in my written communication skills because I got to learn how to properly cite someone so I don't get in trouble for plagiarizing. Also, the assignment was in group work, which helped me with my teamwork skills so that I could problem solve in every group. The assignment also helped me with my writing behaviors and practices, which were the writing and reading process and also revision feedback. The reason this helps me in my writing and reading process is that it helps me properly cite someone so I don't get accused of plagiarizing, and it helped me develop a set of strategies for analyzing the expectations of citations. Also, in my revision and feedback, it helped me realize in my papers and in other articles how to identify a bad citation so I can fix my partner's work and I can help make revisions in my own work. In conclusion, my reflection about the assignment source integrity corrections assignment week 6 helps me understand how to properly cite an author so I don't get in trouble for plagiarizing someone's work. Now I am more informed about citations look like, and I will use it in all my classes, even in my sociology class. 2 questions I had in my reading and writing that have remained unanswered are: what are some ways I can make the process of brainstorming go easier in my writing topics? And another question is, how can I help myself better remember grammar rules better? I just want to mention how grateful I am for all these reflections have helped me to become a better writer. And I've even used these skills in my other classes, like my sociology class. These skills I've learned will help me in my process of college. So thank you for watching.